Imagine being able to protect your home from any negative influence with a simple ingredient that you probably already have in your kitchen. Garlic, besides being a powerful food, carries deep spiritual symbolism, known for millennia as a true shield against evil. Today, I will show you 5 surprising and effective ways to use it to keep your home free from bad energies and strengthen the protection of your home. Get ready to discover how such a simple act can bring peace, security, and divine protection to your life and your family. But before we reveal these practices that can transform the atmosphere of your home, I want to know from you, have you ever used any object for spiritual protection? If so, leave a comment sharing your experience. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any tips on spiritual protection, energies, and much more. After all, your home deserves all the protection and peace possible. Since ancient times, garlic has been much more than a simple seasoning. Used by cultures around the world, it carries a mysterious power, a capacity to ward off negative energies and protect those who use it. However, few people know the specific ways to use this common ingredient as a true spiritual barrier. The Bible teaches us that we must protect our homes and create an environment of peace and safety for our families. And today, you will discover 5 surprising ways to do just that. Each practice I will share is an act of faith, a protection ritual that can transform the atmosphere of your home into a true refuge from evil. Are you ready to learn spiritual secrets that can change the energy of your home and bring protection that goes beyond the visible? Stay until the end, because each tip I'll reveal has a special meaning, and you won't want to miss a single detail. The first way to use garlic to protect your home is simple, yet powerful. Place garlic cloves in the 4 corners of the room. This act represents protection at each cardinal point, as if you were creating a spiritual barrier around your home. The Bible teaches us in Psalm 91, verse 10, "No evil will befall you, nor will any plague come near your tent." By placing the garlic in the 4 corners, you are invoking divine protection that safeguards every part of your home, blocking any negative energy that tries to approach. Let me tell you a real story of someone who experienced this practice. Maria, a single mother, lived in a small house with her 2 children. Recently, she had been sensing a heaviness in the air, a constant feeling of unease. The children couldn't sleep well, waking up from nightmares almost every night. To make matters worse, she began to notice that her own dreams were disturbed and that the peace that once existed in the home seemed to have dissolved. Desperate for a solution, Maria remembered a conversation she had with her grandmother many years before. Her grandmother, a woman of faith, had taught her the importance of protecting the house with garlic. Maria, who had never paid much attention to this, decided to try it. With a heart full of hope, she placed a garlic clove in each of the 4 corners of the house, silently repeating a prayer, asking for divine protection for her home and family. That very night, something changed. The children slept deeply for the first time in weeks, and Maria felt an inexplicable relief, as if the heaviness in the air had disappeared. In the days that followed, peace was restored in her home, and that feeling of unease never returned. For her, it was a sign that God had heard her prayer and that her home was now truly protected. Just like Maria, you can bring this protection to your home by placing garlic in the corners of the house. Let this simple act be a symbol of faith and a way to invite the divine presence to protect your home from all evil. And you, have you ever gone through a situation like Maria's, where you felt your home needed extra protection? If so, share in the comments how you dealt with it or what you did to bring peace back to your home. And if you haven't tried this garlic practice yet, how about experimenting and then coming back to share your experience? Your story may inspire others who are also looking for protection and peace for their families. Tip 2. Hanging garlic on the front door. The second tip is to hang a garlic clove on the front door of your house. This practice is not just a tradition. It is a powerful symbol of protection against the negative influences that may enter our home. The Bible reminds us in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. By hanging the garlic, you create a barrier that repels these evil energies, turning your home into a sanctuary of peace. Let's hear the story of Anna, a strong woman who always fought to give a better life to her children. After separating from her husband, Anna moved into a new apartment, seeking a fresh start. However, in the first few days, she began to feel a dark presence in the atmosphere. Unexplained noises, shadows that seemed to move, and a constant feeling of anxiety settled in her home. The children began having nightmares, and Anna, distressed, felt that she could no longer protect her family. Desperate, she spoke to a friend who told her about the practice of hanging garlic on the front door as a form of protection. Although skeptical, Anna was willing to try anything to bring peace back to her home. With tears in her eyes, she took a garlic clove and hung it on the door, offering a sincere prayer asking for all evil to stay away from her house. With each word, Anna felt a weight lifting from her shoulders, as if she were finally taking action to defend her family. That night, something changed. The children's nightmares lessened, and to Anna's surprise, she noticed that the atmosphere in the apartment felt lighter. As the days passed, the strange presence that had disturbed her disappeared, and Anna finally began to feel safe in her new home. She realized that this simple garlic clove was more than just an ingredient. It was a symbol of her determination to protect her home and her family. Just like Anna, you can also create a safe space in your home. Hang a garlic clove on the front door and feel how this small action can transform the energy in your home, protecting it from everything that tries to infiltrate and disturb the peace. And you, have you ever gone through moments when you felt you needed to protect your home from negative influences? What did you do to bring security and tranquility to your home? Share your experiences in the comments. And if you decide to hang the garlic on the door, come back and let us know what changed in your environment. Your story may encourage others to take steps in search of protection and peace in their homes. Tip 3. Make a garlic infusion. The third tip is to prepare a garlic infusion, a practice that not only brings protection but also a sense of spiritual renewal. Garlic is known for its purifying properties, and when infused in water, it creates a powerful elixir that can be used to bless and protect your home. As it says in Psalm 61 verse 2, "From the ends of the earth I call to you when my heart is faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I." The garlic infusion serves as a call for divine protection, elevating your home to a sacred space. Let me tell you the story of Clara, a woman who always believed in the power of energies. After going through a period of emotional and financial struggles, she moved into a new apartment. Although she was eager to start fresh, Clara soon felt that something wasn't right. The environment felt heavy, and she often felt a distress that accompanied her throughout the day. Nights were especially hard. Nightmares kept her awake, and the feeling of despair grew each day. In search of relief, Clara decided to visit a friend who had always been interested in spiritual practices. During the visit, her friend mentioned the garlic infusion as a method of purification and protection. Intrigued and desperate for a solution, Clara asked her friend to help prepare the elixir. Together, they placed several garlic cloves in boiling water, letting the intense aroma fill the kitchen. As the mixture cooled, Clara said a prayer, asking that the liquid become a means of bringing peace and protection to her home. Once the infusion had cooled, Clara put the mixture in a spray bottle and began to spread it throughout every room of the apartment. As she did this, she visualized the negative energy being pushed away and divine light filling every corner. That night, for the first time in weeks, Clara slept soundly, without interruptions or nightmares. The next morning brought a renewed feeling. The atmosphere was lighter and happier, and she felt as though she was beginning a new life. The practice of the garlic infusion became a weekly ritual for Clara, a moment when she reconnected with her faith and purified her space. Through this act, she not only protected her home, but also found inner strength and confidence to face life's challenges. Now, just like Clara, you can make this garlic infusion and use the elixir to transform the energy in your home. Prepare it with love and intention, and watch how this simple act can create an environment of peace and protection around you. And have you ever tried any purification ritual in your home? What do you do to reconnect with your energy and bring peace to your home? Share your experiences in the comments. If you decide to make the garlic infusion, come back and tell us how it went. Your story could inspire others to find the protection and renewal they seek. Tip 4. Create a garlic amulet. The fourth tip is to create a garlic amulet, a powerful symbol of protection that can be carried with you or placed in your home. Amulets have been used for centuries in various cultures as a way to protect against negative energies and malevolent influences. The Bible reminds us in Psalm 91 verse 11, "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." Creating a garlic amulet is a way to invoke this divine protection into your life. Let's talk about Felipe's story, a man who always believed in spiritual protection, but was going through a dark phase in his life. After losing his job and facing health problems, Felipe started feeling vulnerable. He believed that there was negative energy around him, something that prevented him from moving forward. His days became heavy, and he struggled to find a way out of his despair. During a conversation with his grandmother, a wise woman who always had a special way of protecting her family, Felipe learned about the practice of creating a garlic amulet. His grandmother explained that garlic, when used symbolically, could be a defense against the forces that were consuming him. Felipe decided it was time to put this wisdom into practice. To create his amulet, Felipe began by choosing a garlic clove that seemed strong and vibrant, representing the strength he wanted to regain. He took a piece of red string, a color traditionally associated with protection, and tied the garlic clove in a small sack he made from a piece of cloth. Before closing the amulet, he recited a prayer, asking that this symbol become a guardian against negative energies and help him recover his health and emotional balance. Felipe decided to carry the amulet in his pocket every day. At first, he felt a little hesitation, but as each day passed, he noticed a subtle shift in his perspective. He began to wake up with more energy and motivation. The problems were still there, but he felt stronger and more capable of facing them. He believed that the amulet was, in some way, protecting him and warding off the negativity around him. One day, while walking in the park, Felipe met a woman named Sofia. They started talking, and to his surprise, they discovered that both of them were facing similar challenges. The connection they formed became a source of mutual support, and Felipe felt that the negative energy that had been following him was dissipating. Sofia's presence brought a new light to his life, and he realized that his garlic amulet was not just a symbol of protection, but also a reminder that he wasn't alone on his journey. Felipe's garlic amulet not only protected him, but also helped him find strength within himself. He realized that, in addition to the garlic, faith and human connections played a vital role in his spiritual protection. Over time, Felipe recovered, found a new job, and began living with gratitude and hope. Now, you can also create your own garlic amulet. Choose a clove that represents strength, place it in a small sack, tie it with red string, and say a prayer as you make it. Carry it with you or place it in a special spot in your home. This practice can be a powerful reminder that you are surrounding yourself with protection and that divine strength is on your side, ready to guide you through your challenges. Have you ever considered creating an amulet to bring protection and strength into your life? How about sharing your own experiences with amulets or spiritual practices in the comments? If you decide to make your garlic amulet, come back here and tell us how the experience went. Your story could inspire others who are seeking protection and spiritual renewal. Tip 5. Use garlic in protection prayers. The fifth and final tip is to use garlic in your protection prayers. Garlic is not just a culinary ingredient. It carries a deep spiritual significance and can be incorporated into your prayers as a powerful tool for defense. As James 5 verse 16 says, "Therefore confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed." The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. Using garlic in your prayers is an act of faith that combines spiritual intention with physical protection. Let's learn about Marcos, a man who had always lived a peaceful life, but who suddenly found himself surrounded by immense challenges. After the death of his father, he began to feel unbearable emotional pressure. Responsibilities mounted, and he faced financial struggles, family conflicts, and even health issues. Feeling lost, Marcos began to believe that negative forces were working against him, blocking his ability to move forward. One night, in despair, while searching online for ways to find peace and protection, he came across the practice of praying with garlic. The idea that he could use a simple ingredient to enhance his prayers intrigued him. He decided he needed to try, so he grabbed a few garlic cloves from the refrigerator and prepared them in a special way. Marcos chose 3 garlic cloves and placed them on a small plate, surrounding them with white candles. He lit the candles and, with a heart full of faith, began to pray. He asked for protection not only for himself but for his entire family. As he prayed, he visualized the garlic as a powerful shield that would repel any negativity trying to enter his life. With every word, he felt the energy around him shift. The pressure that had been oppressing him seemed to dissipate, and a wave of calm began to wash over him. After that night, Marcos made praying with garlic a daily ritual. He incorporated this moment into his morning routine, always asking for protection and clarity. Over time, he noticed significant changes. Financial struggles began to resolve, new opportunities came his way, and family relationships began to improve. What had once seemed like a burden became a lesson, and he realized that prayer was a powerful channel to manifest his intentions. One day, while sharing his story with friends, Marcos remembered the power that simple act of praying with garlic had in his life. He encouraged everyone to try it and find their own way to connect spirituality with protection. The practice not only brought peace to his life, but also helped him strengthen his faith and trust that there was something greater watching over him. Now, you too can use garlic in your protection prayers. When doing so, choose a special moment of the day, prepare your garlic cloves as Marcos did, and raise your intention. Prayer is a powerful tool, and when combined with the strength of garlic, it can create an environment of protection in your home and your life. Remember, garlic is a symbol of strength and protection, and by using it in your prayers, you are reaffirming your faith and the intention to keep your home safe. At the end of your prayers, thank for the protection received and trust that your home will be a place of peace and harmony. Have you ever used special ingredients in your prayers? How do you connect with the divine in search of protection? Share your experiences and rituals in the comments. And if you decide to incorporate garlic into your prayers, come back and tell us how it went. Your testimony might help others who are looking for protection and peace in their lives.